Hello buddy, welcome back to another episode of Just That I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we finished off all of the job quests that we still needed to finish off, and we began our journey into Stormblood by making our way over to Rogers Reach and speaking with the Resistance. Today we're going to go and do even more speaking with the Resistance. It would seem we have found ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Forgive me. You're free to look around Rogers Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe he will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Lynn. Great, let's get started. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is that we don't even account for half. We've got Hell Scars from all the way over by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Naga. There's even some beastmen, well, beast women I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Ananta. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Guardians to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Ananta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magic to twist metal into crystals, and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them, anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Frogger, shall we? Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The breaker of worlds who guided our ancestors to this land all those centuries ago. Yada used to tell me the story of on stormy nights. She wanted to understand, to remember. Me to understand, to remember. At the time of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Garabania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast, hells open, heavens weep, for no one soul doth light beyond the measures of his reach. Or the measure of his reach. Last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the Fist of Frogger. Ida explained it to me. A day will come bringing strife and sorrow, that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and the mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through to the end. Yeah, sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. We're gonna get a Ethernet shard too. And now we have all the ffXIV thingamabops over here. Deafening glare. The Rogan names are so good. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the Resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we plan our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to talk about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the East Ride Plaza next. When you've seen one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades to when the Fist of Frogger was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where these settlers are next, but don't forget to attune to the Aetheryte before you go. Hello, Mathnik. Arms, armor, potions, you name it, these folks have got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it proficient. If you're short on anything, or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alfino and Alizé are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? I guess, technically. But I think this is the gear that I have made, right? Copper Nickel? Yeah, 255 is the one that I've made myself. So I do not need to care about grabbing these. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they'd be lucky to escape with their lives. There's a gamble, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We've finished discussing your proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch you Stola and Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monargo and Mefred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Right then, Monargo and Mefred are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, One task is as good as the other. Make your choice then. Right, so this is indeed just like in Heaven's Word with the Sea of Clouds and the other thing. The Sea of Clouds and Western Curses Highlands, we have two different paths. I'll start with Managa, and I will move on from there. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good, me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kemp's entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in just. General Aldin commands the forces at Castamorians. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, that's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the reach. Sights of Crimson and Dawn. I will grab that, because that I think is the sightseeing. The sightseeing log, which I definitely want to unlock in this expansion, because of one particular reason. Which we will get to a little bit later in the story. But there's a sightseeing log unless I'm mistaken. You ever chance know a woman named Milith? What are the odds? Milith is my niece, lest you wonder. And she has told me much and more about you in her letters. But where are my manners? Ulgar Ironheart, at your service. I'm an explorer like most of the clan. And my niece bade me share with you such knowledge I have accumulated. Here, let me your log. Let's see now. Definitely there and there and there and there. Yep, that should be that ought to suffice. Ah. My explorations have taken me far and wide, but dearest to my heart are the regions of Alamiga, beauteous in their ruggedness and the lands of the Far East, glorious in their diversity. There are many wondrous sights to be seen in these places, and I've written down the directions to them. Some will prove more difficult to reach than others, but if you're even half as resourceful as Milith says you are, I am confident that you will find them all. And with that, I shall leave you to resume your adventures. Go forth, my friends, and take in such breathtaking vistas as even my father, the great Rollard Ironheart, could not see in his lifetime. There we go. So you now have the sightseeing points unlocked. Got everything you need? Good, now let us be off. Quiet. Hear that? There's a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern. Divided into 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams. 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them along before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Lynn's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Like how Monago runs and Alizé just casually walks towards wherever else she needs to go. By the way, this is the song that I really like. This right here is definitely one of my favorite songs in the game. I mean, there's good music everywhere in this game, but this one has a special place in my heart. Eat shit, Magitek. Jumps on his own Magitek. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. These 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we got out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they do the same to you if the roles were reversed. What are you doing, cat? Jeez. Don't you dare pity a man in armor, conscript or no. A soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone takes notice of their before someone notices their missing patrol. There we go. Let's forward ho. I also literally today finished catching all of the fish in Stormblood, which is very satisfying. I want you to take, like, anybody who knows a lot of fishing in this game, I want you to take one guess as to which fish was the final one I still needed. It's a pretty infamous little bugger. Well, not so little, but whatever. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castle Orient were under the command of Flame General Rabban al-Din, did you not? Rolliger, the bull of Alamiga himself, never dreamed I'd have a chance to beat the legend. Balls, butter. Let's just go and teleport. Because I'm too lazy to walk. Quite simple, really. Come on, my boy. This feels like a voice acted cutscene.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Oh. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Paladina, namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all, more Magitech weapons? It's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit, and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying further deployments. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. We'd mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire. But you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly, and so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. See no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with this assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And here are the quests. The quests have arrived. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from the look I see, it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map right here. Aye. A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, then. Right. Let's go and grab this. Captain Adair, just the one I wanted to see. We've misplaced a number of Guardian drones taken from Belsar's wall, and by misplaced I mean the damn things sprang to life and stormed out of the base. They need to be dealt with before any civilians come to harm. Being familiar with Magitech as you are, I can think of no one better to assist us. If you would be willing to help, go and speak with Lieutenant Gnimpf. Who the fuck makes these names? Gnimpfa? She is overseeing the initiative to terminate the drones. Ah, Captain Adair, your assistance is greatly appreciated. The drones were not in our possession for very long, but a cursory inspection showed that they are made with a heretofore unknown metal alloy. They are all but impervious to traditional firearms, which is why we commissioned Garland Ironworks to fashion a weapon capable of penetrating their armor. It has since been fitted to a suit of Magitech armor, which I would ask you to pilot. If I'm not mistaken, this would not be your first time you've piloted one of these units, or one of these suits. It should take you no time then to familiarize yourself with the controls. Now, the drones were last sighted due east of here, and to the north along the Valadina River. I fear recapturing them is out of the question, so do whatever you deem necessary to stop them. Alright. So we got a laser this time, and the cannon. Oh, this is a different thing. I see, yes. Excuse me. I'm coming through. Right, such a hostile presence. Laser. Lightning, which is stuns them. Okay. It's just a single target laser? That's kind of annoying. It's like in a straight line in front of you, so you think you're hit multiple things. Okay, I can. It's just very difficult to hit. I see, I see. Do not turn around, you dang bug. Jesus. Ah, yeah, using my Eureka senses. Avoiding enemy attention like a bass. Like a bass, like a fish. I guess this should work, right? Nope. That was stupid. That should have hit all three of them. Oh, I'm sorry, two of them in any case. Okay, I hit two of them now. Weird. And now I hit it. What? I think the range of this laser is just not very high, like very big. I think I'm just overestimating the range of that pulse. Right. Welcome back. I take it the drones have been disposed of, then? Excellent work. We are quite fortunate for your presence. Save for Lieutenant Gnimfa, none of my men can even activate a suit of magic armor, let alone pilot one in combat. I only pray this isn't to our detriment in the future. There's still plenty more of those drones out there along Belsar's wall. Fear more of them should suddenly stir. At any rate, we'll continue working with Garland Ironworks, so that should such a day come, we will be ready. As we level up, which means that we are now going to swap to Red Mage, since that is now the lower level jab. But this I only have to deal with, like, from this point onward. In any case, unless if anything is going to change in Dawntrail, which I don't think so. I'm going to have to only deal with leveling up 2 classes per expansion. So I could just swap between these two, and hopefully I can get enough XP, but I don't think so. I think I'm still gonna have to run some roulettes with these to be able to catch up on the MSQ's level, which is fine, really. Doesn't bother me that much. Gives me a little break from recording, and I really I don't mind running roulettes too much. At least now, in any case. I used to... Well, there was definitely a time that I didn't like it, because I would just constantly run into... I would just constantly have to do ARR bullets, which is not particularly fun. Okay, that was slightly more challenging than I anticipated. Get out of the water from over here, cause or in any case, try. Cat, get out of here. There we go. That went to plan then? Good. Our scouts reported a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castellum Valladita. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. I think this is voice acted.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once! Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush! Attack!
Right. The armor, okay. Looks like I'm focusing on the armor. Hurry up and kill the bastards! What are you idiots doing? Here if you need a healing. You fool. Still appreciate it, Mike. Let me go and kill these guys too if I can. Not a way to beat it. F that noise. Hello, random soldiers. Mine layers.
You'll be weeping blood.
Oh fuck. Yep. Haven't we got anything else? More weapons or armor? Whoopsie. There we go. Cat. Look, man. I just want to cast. Oh, crap. Run. This can't be happening, not again. Hey, we're fighting our runs. What the? Who the hell are you lot? For Alamigo, let not escape. Oh. Surprise Pikachu face. We have him now. I have you now. Love me. Self-detonate, hey? 7 L's. Perish, you stinky piece of armor. Adios. No, my secret weapon! Your secret weapon made me sneeze. The most dangerous weapon.
Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to Alamigo. Yeah!
Yeah!
Okay, more. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. It was Marshal Tarpin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. No doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Monago, I'll leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then. Then, Mrs. Lavier, once more you have my thanks, as Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I must find myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. But you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Right, this is also still, yeah, 255 here. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Look at all those chickens. Right, I can just do this. Get load of this. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you, without hesitation, and for that, we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic values can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons, and smashed them. People will remember this day. Aye, that they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory, the beginning of a campaign by a united Eorza to drive the Guardians from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last time Gridarian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander, which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. People will flock to our banners, just you wait and see. Lynn, Halize, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. Yes. And with that, my friends, I'm going to leave it off over here. Hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, we're going to go and check out the other side of the story. Goodbye.